Bruh, I am not taking the toll to go down the street. I can't afford that, okay? I can't afford chicken nuggets. That's real. Yeah. Fancy hotel. Hey, what's up, guys? It is Kristen Elena McClinton, and I am at my first launch. I say first because I don't know. Well, hopefully it'll be my last time here. That's the point, I think. Anyway, do I have my eyebrows done? No. I did the best I could with what I had, because, out here, it be hard out here. Am I broke out? Yes. But this is my face. I tried to do my hair. Don't hate. It's gonna look a little bit better tomorrow, I hope, simply because I'm gonna have like the different, what you call it, to it. And really, I could just, I'm in a garage, park garage. I could just hit this with the flat iron. Obviously, I don't usually do a lot to my hair. Anyway, today is not like technically the performance day. The performance day is tomorrow. So I'm just trying to look presentable, like I belong, even though the only reason I'm here is because of 9/9. I'm not just saying that. Somebody commented on one of my videos recently talking about scam or whatever. Not for me. I don't know what you're doing, or this changed my life. I am here because they said that they would sponsor me. So that's why I'm here. We'll see what happens. A lot of crazy stuff, a lot of crazy opportunities. I'm not some big time influencer. This what you see is what you get, quite literally. So yeah, I'm just here keeping it real for you guys. And I'm not late. I am am I early? Kind of like on time. I wouldn't say I'm like early. Although obviously I was here before I turned the camera on, but I'm still kind of like, I was deciding if I should put something else on my face. That's part of the reason I pulled out this camera to talk to y'all, really, because I needed to look at my face. True story. I do have more updates, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. Maybe I should disclose that now. Well, yeah, because it's also because of 9/9. There was a playwriting opportunity, like a competition, a short play, like a 10-minute play, and my play was selected. So I will be getting one of my scripts produced by October. And yeah, I'm a paid playwright. I am a paid actor, and I'm here at launch for free. Like, I don't know how else to explain it. It's pretty crazy. Yeah, and you're always just gonna get the truth with me. Like what's your brand? My brand is painful authenticity. Okay, that's what you get. But I'm about to head in. I recorded this out here because I don't know what it's gonna be like inside. If I'm gonna be looking weird for talking to my camera, if it's gonna be quiet. It's probably not gonna be quiet. There's gonna be a lot of people because it's like a really huge conference. Yeah, I got some VIPs on the list and some other agencies and whatnot. So I'm gonna do my showcase audition and see what happens. Like, I don't know how you could say 9/9 is a scam when literally they have all these opportunities. My bank account definitely knows 9/9 is real, okay? that I'm here. If I get an agent, bruh, that's dope though. That's what I'm doing. Talk to you later. It's a fancy hotel. A big fancy hotel. I just left launch day one, and yes, I'm driving, and yes, it is one of those summer Chicago storms, but I'm used to them. So anyway, it was amazing. The first day they did the singer dancer showcase, and basically it was like a concert, or like an actual show after all the workshops and stuff. And tomorrow there's really only like, I think, a couple workshops, and then the rest is like seminars where we learn how to be professional performers. The reason I'm doing this now is because I'm not going to get home until midnight, and I'm going to have a second night of sleep that is less than 6 hours. As I did today, I made it through on a medium cup of McDonald's coffee that had less sugar than I wanted ideally, but I didn't want a sugar spike and drop, so I dealt with that. And they do have coffee there. Now, mind you, I'm on a serious budget. Like, I'm on budget times 2, at least times 2, probably budget times 2.5, okay? So I'm making it do with what I got, because that's all I got. That's all I could do. So, yeah. But there was some people there that look familiar, and, you don't want to say anything. And then also some people are, like, from Chicago, from Illinois, so I'm like, you sure we never went to school together? You sure we ain't do this program together? Or whatever. That's how I felt a couple times. And, yes, I am now a fan, like, you take classes with people, and that's one thing. And, you see people like, oh, yeah, that's good. But then, like, the showcase, it's like, well, dang! Part of me was like, man, I should have did the singing, dancing showcase. And the other part of me was like, man, I'm glad I didn't do the singing, dancing showcase, because they was good. I'm finna go find them on Instagram, okay? Hello! I'm a fan. For real. I'm gonna keep it professional, though. Anyway, I did make friends, kind of. I mean, as much as you can do that in, less than 24 hours. Especially if you are on the spectrum, like me. I mean, other than being blown away, like, legit, I feel like I met celebrities. And okay, so, like, some of the people were, like, doing autographs or whatever. Like, hey, can I get your autograph? Mind you, I don't have an autograph. I still write my name the same way from, like, 3rd grade, okay? Don't judge me. I'm autistic. Anyway, so I was lost. I mean, I was trying to do it. And then the other part is where you go up to people and you're like, can I get your autograph? But they were doing it on, like, a networking friend basis. Like, hi, sign my book. Like, yearbook type stuff. I didn't do that either. But, I signed a couple people's, and each one was different because I don't have one. And I was joking, like, yeah, maybe I should get used to this, because I don't know what conversation to make during that time. Sorry, hopefully I didn't disappoint. Oh, okay, that's the exit. I was going to say, no, I might have to cut that out. Or not, because my brand is authenticity. My brand is you see what you get and you get what you see. Okay, that's my brand. I'm settled on that because it requires the least effort. Okay, what else? I perform tomorrow. I only perform tomorrow unless I get a callback. And no lie, at first I was like, kind of confident, like, oh, okay, maybe I'm 50-50, maybe I can get a callback, 60-40, I might get a callback or whatever. But now I'm like, it's a strong maybe, like, leaning toward it's okay if you don't. Because, like, I'm looking at these other people. I'm like, I don't know how many people they taken at these agencies and whatnot. And some people seem to already have agents, and they were, like, trying to get more agents. And it's so weird because people see me and they're like, oh, tech person. And I'm like, yeah. And then they're like, well, what do you do? And I'm like, well, I do a lot of other things as well. So I'm just hoping that tomorrow I don't embarrass myself, which really was the main reason I didn't want to do the singer dancer showcase. But some people were really, really creative in that. Like, one guy did stand-up comedy, a couple people rapped, maybe more than a couple people, but and they were like singers and artists, like, doing original songs, and I'm like, well, wow. And then I'm looking at those pop mods, I'm looking at those a laissez come, I'm looking at those pirouettes, and I'm thinking to myself, I need to stay in my lane. Okay, I'm looking at those jazz hands. I'm looking at the outfits. I'm looking at the hair. Okay? These people are ready. They got props. I'm going to try not to embarrass myself. At first, my hope was, oh, maybe I'll get a call back. Hopefully, I'll get an agent or whatever. Now I'm just like, man, let me not fall off the stage. That's my goal now. Let me remember my lines, which is all of 60 seconds of material in total. You'd think that'd be chill, right? It would be if I wasn't doing like 8 other things, including another show with 4 different characters that starts next week. So it's not like I'm just twiddling my thumbs. I literally have quite a lot going on, doing the best that I can. But these people, I want to go see the other girl dance again. I'm like, well, where can I buy tickets to see your next show? That was good. It was really good. Okay? Really good. So now I know why they was going around autographing the books. I was like, well, it's not that I can't do other things. Could I have done the singing, dancing showcase? Yes. Could I have done it confidently? No. It would have been like, I wouldn't have done stand-up, but I would have heavily considered doing stand-up for the singer dancer showcase. Okay. And apparently people come back, over years, especially if they get a scholarship, they'll come back. I really don't know how all this works. It's my first time. I'm learning as I go. I'm trying to fit in. I was dancing in my seat, singing in my seat. Honestly, I was going to get on here, turn on my camera, and just start singing Whitney Houston. That's how I felt after singing the singer dancer showcase. I'm like, well, now I'm ready to try to do a Whitney Houston song. You know what I'm saying? Let me get in my Cynthia Erivo, my Elphaba mode. You know, like let me come out here. But I'm going home tonight. I'll be back when the sun is up. I'm still shooketh at this experience. Because what? I don't know how I even got invited. Okay, I have no idea how I got invited. But I'm gonna do the best that I can. I am gonna do an original monologue for the monologue showcase. Which is, I guess, my little consolation prize for myself, because if you've been keeping up with me in my endeavors, you know that I recently received a no that I did not want to receive pertaining to this said writing endeavor. And I did find out that some companies don't just do actor talent or singer talent or just dance talent. Some of them do all of it. Some of them do writing. And I guess have the resources or connections to help bring that into school. So that's encouraging that there's a place that exists in which I could have support for all of the things that are all over the place and try to be presented as a single artist in some capacity. Here's a Lena Waithe wannabe. So we'll see. Although it's that one, the one that I know for sure said that, they're based in LA. So obviously that wasn't in my plan. But ultimately at this point, I don't even know what's in my plan or not, because what has my life been for the past 25 months? Somebody was like, oh, well, how did you get into acting? And I'm like, I got laid off from my job. That's how. There was nothing else for me to do. The degree wasn't getting me anywhere. You know, most people start with plan A and then do plan B. I guess I started with plan B, because now this is plan A. Okay? Plan actor. I'm hoping that my ability to do whatever, or maybe even like, maybe they'll just think I'm charming. Maybe they'll just be like, aw. I don't know. Like, not pity me, but be like, well, she tried. We'll give her a chance. Legit, that's where I'm at. I don't know. It's weird. It's also a little subjective, because you would think that acting is just talking and pretending to be someone else, but that's like, maybe 10% of it. It's really deep. Like, okay, when I say acting, the goal is, for me, when I say acting, I'm talking about Cynthia Erivo, okay? I'm talking about Viola Davis, okay? People that like study acting and deliver performances that should have got them the Oscar that broke the record for youngest EGOT. I'm not going to say any names. But people that should have been the youngest EGOT ever in history are the people that I look up to for what I consider an actor. Oh, don't do it, no. Sorry, I sing when I get nervous while driving. It was a flooded area. My car's little. Obviously, that is an actor. I'm just out here trying to pay bills. And that's what one of the guys said in there. One of the talent agents. It made me feel better. And now that talent agency is like on my list. I did create a short list of agencies or companies that I feel would be a good fit for me. You know, that I'm hoping to hear back from. But he was like, you know, the people you see like on TV and whatnot, yeah, they're like the 1%. They're like, they're like, I don't even know what you would call them. What would you call them? When I say want to be Lena Waithe, yes, but realistically, I'm just trying to pay bills. Now, the weird part is, if I have to consider moving my life to a different state in order to pay those bills, that seems counterintuitive, right? Like, okay, when Cynthia Erivo, she's always the example, okay? She is always the standard, and if you are hating, you must be, look, I'm gonna leave it there. Anyway, when she was like, she went from that 200-seat theater doing The Color Purple, the role that she had to fight for, tooth and nail, because they were refusing to see her, because, I mean, I don't understand why you would do that, but okay, whatever. She got it like she was supposed to, because she knew it was hers, because it was ordained, because she's ordained, because period, boo, okay? So that, and then they were like, yeah, so, come to New York, going to Broadway. And she was like, oh, okay, yeah, okay, right. But then they gave her a plane ticket. And she was like at the airport, like, wait a minute, are y'all serious? Yes, you know, I couldn't imagine the world not having Cynthia Erivo. I could not imagine, first of all, my world show would be different, okay? Cynthia Erivo changed my life, okay? Anyway, that's a whole other conversation. The point is, I'm not out here, like, I don't know how else to explain it other than with my moves. I'm just, Lord have mercy. Okay, y'all need to go somewhere. If you don't know how to drive in Chicago rain, do not try. Take the side streets or something. Stay home. Stay at your hotel. Some of us live here and are just trying to get home in one piece. You see, I'm not swerving. I'm just staying in my one lane. I ain't doing too much. I'm avoiding the flooded zones, but that's about it. That's all you got to do, guys. Anyway, back to Cynthia Erivo, right? So have there been opportunities? Okay, I don't want to jinx it. I don't want to say it like that. Okay, I'll say, could I be a traveling actor? Meaning you do stage shows in whatever capacity, whatever theater company at different locations, you know? But then for me, that would be like the extent. Like, oh, I'm gonna be here for 3 weeks. I'm gonna be there for 3 weeks, and then I come back and my bills are paid. Like, that is the extent of actor that I'm referring to. Like, local, you know? Because there's still a fangirl deep inside of me that ain't going anywhere. I'm just trying to, I've not been able to get another job. I'm not going to get emotional. I've not been able to get another job. I've not been able to develop any other career at this point. I can't wait forever for bills to be paid or for some company to finally decide to pay me consistent paychecks for being smart. Like, I'm not going to get emotional, but this is reality. Okay. I'm going to use what I have, and what I have is untapped potential. That's a reality. And it's not like I do monologues to my wall in my basement, and that's what I mean. No. I do have, you know how like those people that start, but like they do something else? That's what I mean. Like when they say come up with an acting resume, I didn't have to invent anything. I had content for it. I had to remove stuff from my acting resume. So I'm not starting from zero, which is the different part. I'm just now requiring that I be paid to do it because I don't see any other way to survive. DoorDash is not a way to survive. DoorDash is a way to challenge your survival. Okay? That's not going to work. And this period of transition is very, very difficult. I've had to request extensions. I think just today I've managed to prevent car repossession. And this is stuff I don't usually talk about it in detail, but since we're on the subject of how I'm pursuing this or why I'm pursuing this, that's why. I don't have another choice. I don't have any other options. Nothing else is lucrative enough for me to take care of myself and my rabbit as an adult. Which shouldn't be hard, right? Like, it should not be impossible for a higher educated adult that graduated with honors to keep a consistent job with consistent pay and live an independent life. That's the standard. That's the bare minimum standard. That's not even American dream, okay? That's survival on American soil. So that's what I mean. I'm trying to prevent my car from being repossessed. I'm trying to keep my rabbit because that's what makes me happy. I'm trying to keep the roof over my head in which the things in it are mine, and the rules that I abide by there are mine. And I know I don't look my age. Somebody once said, why is a 16-year-old girl buying a house? Well, I wasn't 16. But needless to say, this video is getting extremely long, but I'm just trying to make sure I get everything out that I want to say. Because you can only do a day one recap once. I'm gonna do a full recap, but I want to get this stuff out while it's fresh. I ain't going on no toll road. Bruh, I am not taking the toll to go down the street. Hold on. What is this thing talking about? I ain't going on no toll. Maybe it's time to wrap this video up because I'm not getting ready I can't afford that, okay? I can't afford chicken nuggets. That's real. Yeah. All right. That's my recap then.